Stop updating spreadsheets by hand. It's a massive waste of your time. Welcome to Python Level Up. Today, we are building a complete AI-powered student dashboard from scratch in Python. Alex updates his class records by hand. One row, one score, one line at a time. 1,000 rows and his evening's gone. Not anymore. You're able to build the exact tool that fixes this for good. Let's get started. So Alex pitched the boss. Let Python handle the boring math and let AI write the student reviews. The boss said yes. Let's build it. The course is free. If it's helping, a quick like and subscribe means a lot. Here's a plan. Folder, file path, data, calculations, then save. Same file the whole way, so you watch it grow. So first let's install Python from python.org. Tick add to path, install VS Code, and then you're ready. First job, tell Python where everything lives. We import path from pathlib, create the project folder, then build the full path to our Excel file. Python's blind until you give it the exact address. So here we have our path ready. Now variables. A variable is nothing but a label box holding one value. We have different attributes like student name, score, attendance, lessons. Be careful with how you represent quotes. A wrong quotes can enter a wrong value. So integer floats always don't have quotes. So that's a good tip. One box per value gets messy, and it's get messy fast. So you need a dictionary. Dictionary is like a student ID card. A dictionary groups a whole student into one record: name, class, score, attendance, status. You just ask by label and you get the student score. Now we have a list of student records and you need a container. That is exactly what a list is. A list holds many items in order. Here, one student dictionary per row. Student 0 is the first one. So we have 3 records: Maya, John, and Rahul. And you can use the length attribute to determine the length of the list. Next, the for loop. The for loop is like a conveyor belt. It repeats the same steps for every item. Write it once, run it for all rows automatically. So we have 3 students, we look through them, and we get their data out. If it is 3000, we will get all the data out. So here we're printing the student name and the student score, and the for loop loops it for us. Now comes the math. What is a calculation? Add and divide the numbers to turn raw rows into KPIs, like the class average score. So we get the data for our KPIs and for our dashboard. Here we loop through the students, take the scores and divide it by the total students to get the average. Now a sorting gate. A sorting gate is nothing but an if condition. So if checks a rule and acts only when it's true. Here we check the students whose score is less than 70, and we need to focus on those students and provide them support. So if we push those students into a list and then print them to find out who are those students. So it looks like Rahul needs some support. Bringing it together, the script prints a full dashboard summary: total students, average, attendance, support count. And this is possible using the print statement. The print shows the result in the terminal, the quickest way to check our work as we build. But in production, we may not be using print, we'll be using the actual statements. The note to smart assistant. Now AI. Now we build a prompt in English from our numbers, like a note to a smart assistant. And the model writes the review back. It's a sample text for now, but this is exactly where your real API call goes. So you can see we are importing the Anthropic libraries and defining the client message. We call the model, which represents the AI model, Claude Sonnet 46. And then we pass in the prompt, which is nothing but a 2-sentence supervisor review. We pass in the total students, the average score, and we need an AI review for that. When we store the AI review in an AI review note, variable. So here we're printing the review note and it looks good. So finally, we have all the pieces together and now we need to build a spreadsheet. So we use the Python libraries for that. We load the source and then we list down the rows and then we define the workbook object. And then finally, we define the title of the Excel worksheet, the worksheets it needs to create, the student data, and then the AI review note. And then finally, we append the students' data to it, the total students, and the average scores. And finally, we loop through all the rows and print in also the AI review note, and we save the dashboard. So this will print the dashboard that Alex wanted, and this has automated the whole process. So the real process, the real project structure, the movable parts. So we defined this project in a very modular way, and you can see all those modules that we are having: config, loaders, metrics, AI, review, report. All the modules sit in their own environment and the main file calls them. So now we are going to call the file and we'll see that in action. So it's initializing the automation engine, loading the students and building the dashboard. So the dashboard looks cool. It has a student's average score, attendance, support that's required, subject performance, support list, and the AI review note as well. So we have the full picture right now. So this is the main file where all the action takes place. It imports the loaders, the metrics, the AI review, and the report objects. So first we pull in the paths and the data, where we get the Excel path and we get the students' data. And then we load in the KPIs. We build the KPI objects and we calculate the dashboard stats. And that's it. You have completed building and automating the dashboard. So we have learned a lot in level 1 and I look forward to your support. In the other levels, we have many exciting levels coming up: scripting foundations, Polar, SQL, light rebuild, ingestion, broken data. So we will explain you all those concepts step by step in a very simple manner. Thank you. Subscribe, like, and share. Test